Hello, everyone. My name is Haley.
I'm Anna.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Sean.
And we are doing art therapy for children in DeLand.
So basically, during our needs assessment search, we decided to focus on factors that affect children in school as well as academic performance. So we came to, after reading several different articles surrounding the outside influences that affect students in their academic success, we decided our highest concern was to implement healthy coping skills for adolescent children. And so from there, we had a conversation with D'Angelo Brown, who was a volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club we went to, about the socio and emotional well-being of the children. And we decided, throughout our conversation, we basically came to the conclusion that when children have these high emotions, they don't know how to express them properly, and this leads to misconduct, and that develops poor coping skills, and thus affects their academic performance.
So basically, our main proposal for this project was to introduce new methods, new ways for children, specifically ages kindergarten through about 5th or 6th grade. We want to teach them new coping skills for them to deal with deal with the stresses that they're having in their lives, the daily stresses such as school, maybe their grades in school, family issues, and also social issues that they may be dealing with. So the main way we want them to get them to express their feelings is through art therapy. So maybe they don't have to directly express their feelings to someone else. They can do this through art therapy. So our main partners for this project was the Boys and Girls Club located in DeLand, which is only a few minutes away from where we are located at Stetson University. And our wonderful partners who helped us carry out this project you can see them pictured on the screen. We have Miss Joy, who is the head coordinator, and we have Miss Althea, who is the unit coordinator. And then we have D'Angelo Brown, who is like Cameron mentioned, a student here at Stetson University who gave us this wonderful opportunity to volunteer with the boys and girls at the Boys and Girls Club. So our timeline for the project, we began securing our location in the beginning of March. We decided that the Boys and Girls Club would be the best location to carry out our art therapy project, as certain schools and other programs were not accepting during this time due to protocols and COVID restrictions. So we decided that the Boys and Girls Club in DeLand was the best place to carry out this project. And in the beginning of April was when we carried out the project. We went to the Boys and Girls Club. Our whole group went to the Boys and Girls Club for 2 days a week for a little over an hour. And we taught them the importance of art therapy. And from now into the beginning of May, we are currently reflecting on the results of the project and how we can possibly better the project for the future. And now I'm going to introduce our lovely team members. We have me, Sean Moran, as the support lead. We have Cameron Riggins, the administrative support. We have Anna, who is research and development, and we have Haley McCullough, who is our lead strategist.
Alrighty, as you can see here, we did many lessons of art therapy. Our first activity was draw a portrait of yourself with your eyes closed. This way the kids got to write down and draw down what they feel is a reflection of themselves, what they feel others perceive them as. And basically they just draw down, how they perceive themselves. This next activity is finger painting. The lesson behind this was basically finger paint something that soothes you, that makes you happy, that brings you like a calm feeling after you just have some pretty big emotions. And this was definitely one of the kids' favorites. This third activity is draw yourself as a superhero. I can say 100% that this was definitely my favorite the kids did. As you can tell on the left side that this little student, Layla, she did a superpower where she was invisible, yet she could fly. And she said that was just the coolest thing ever and that she just wanted to do that. On the right, you can see this little boy, his name was Elias, and he said that his superpower was tacos. He could summon tacos, hard, soft, quesadillas at any time, and he said it was the happiest that he has ever been.
It would be very hard for us to keep going back to the club because our schedules don't really work with their schedule. So what we decided to do to make the project sustainable was to come up with a list of 100 activities that they can keep doing. And they decided to apply these activities in the de-escalation room, which is a room that the kids go to when they're having tense feelings. So whenever they're feeling anxious or stressed, they're going to be brought to the room and they're going to do art therapy, and hopefully they're going to feel better and be able to go back to the activities that they were doing before. Working with kids taught us a lot, and I would say that the biggest learning that we had out of this experience was to have patience. The kids have a lot of energy because they spend their whole day at school. So when they leave, they need to spend that energy. And one of the ways that they do that is by running around and just being loud. So we had to work around that and have patience to be able to do the activities with them. Another thing that we learned was how anxiety affects kids, because anxiety might show in different forms in different people. And in kids, they don't really know what anxiety is, and they're not able to communicate to us how they're feeling. So they might just become a bad girl or a bad boy and just misbehave. And this might be a sign of anxiety. So we learn how to deal with that. And our last learning was healthy ways to cope with mental health issues. Us adults many times don't focus on ourselves and how we're feeling. And by teaching the kids about art therapy, we learned about it too. And we saw that whenever we're feeling anxious or stressed, that's something we can do to cope with it.
I know our learning takeaway was especially important to me because being an education major, it really opened my eyes. I've been in the classroom many times, but realizing that anxiety affects kids in different ways just really opened how I didn't realize that before. And for example, there was a little girl named Serenity. She really connected with my team member, Anna. And she was saying how mom and dad work all the time. Brother's never there. She's always alone. But doing these activities and expressing how she was feeling, she was like, someone was finally there and someone finally heard her and was listening to her. And I know that if I can make even one child feel like that in my future classroom, I know that I have done a successful job at being an educator. And for these lovely pictures, you can see Anna up there in the top left. She is holding some of the curriculums that she mentioned earlier in the de-escalation room that the kids can do to calm down. My top right corner, you can see my lovely team member, Cameron. He was connecting one-on-one with a group of boys that really just wanted someone to be there and watch them do the self-portrait of their eyes closed. So someone would just be there for them. And then me in the bottom left, this little boy, his name was Nate, and he just wanted someone, he had so many ideas for being a superhero and he just wanted to bounce them off someone. And it was just so fun seeing how their minds and everything wonder and how they feel themselves as superheroes. And in the middle is not pictured, but Sean. Sean came up with the idea that after they processed some pretty intense, really big feelings, he thought the kids should have fun playing a basketball game. And so that is what's pictured. Thank you guys so much for listening to our presentation.